Microsoft Forms is a simple, lightweight web app that lets you easily create surveys, quizzes, and polls. This tool is very easy to use and can be leveraged to collect customer feedback, measure your employee satisfaction level, or even organize company events. With Microsoft Forms, you can create up to 200 unique and customized forms. From there, each form can have up to 100 questions, and you can receive up to 50,000 responses, so there's plenty of room for creativity and feedback. Speaking of creativity, once your form is created, you can very easily customize the entire look of the form by choosing a new theme, or even creating your own. With each form and each question, you can add in your own pictures or use pictures from online sources using Bing image search. Let's take a look at our Cybersecurity Training 101 quiz. This is the editor view where we can add questions and customize the look. You can see we have 3 questions, and we designated them all to be worth 1 point. We've put a check mark next to the correct answers. And don't worry, these are only visible in the editor view. Next, let's add an image to our ransomware question to make it really stand out to the users. I'm going to select Image, then use the Bing image search to find an online photo that's been tagged with the Creative Commons license so that we don't have to worry about copyright. Clicking the ellipses in the top right corner, let's look at our branching options. This lets me control what questions the users would see next based on the answer to the current question. Going back up to the ellipses, let's look at the settings for the form as a whole. The first option lets me select whether to show the users their results once they're finished. Next, I can choose whether external users can take this quiz, or limit it to internal users and collect their name and make sure they only take the quiz once. Looking at our options for responses, we can choose to accept responses, set a start and end date for when the quiz is available. We can even shuffle the questions around so not everyone receives them in the same order. And lastly, we can create a customized thank you message to show our appreciation for taking the quiz. The notification section lets us choose whether respondents should receive an email after they've completed the quiz, and then we can choose to receive email notifications when someone has completed it. Once we've completed the quiz, we can click the preview button at the top to see what it will look like for our end users. We can even preview how it will look on a mobile device. Once we're satisfied with the look, you can click the share button at the top to start collecting responses. You can see here we have options to create a link to share out. We can create a QR code, create HTML to embed it in a website or SharePoint site, or even send out an email invite using Outlook. Should we want to use this as a template in the future, we can share it as a template to other users. Or maybe we want to collect feedback on the current quiz. We can create a link for others to view and edit the current quiz. Once you've shared out your form, you'll just need to wait to collect responses. You can see here we have 1 new response. It looks like this user got all the questions correct. And by clicking on more detail, I can see the user list. This will help determine who might need additional cybersecurity training in the future. By clicking on the ellipses, you can see we have options to delete all responses, print a summary of those responses, or even create a summary link to share with others. Should you have too many responses, it'll probably be a lot easier to download those into an Excel spreadsheet. Back on the main forms page, you can see we have options for each form to create a copy, delete this instance, or even move the form to a SharePoint site so that we can collaborate with others on it. Let's move this one to the HR team. That's the rundown on Microsoft Forms. Thanks for watching.